Hello there. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us here on Prime Morning. We're still live on Joy Prime Television. Time now to go beyond the headlines. So on Monday, we started the conversation on e-levy, especially because it was the post-implementation of it on Sunday, the 1st of May. And apart from yourself and many other people that you've seen or heard, you may have seen that the GRA has acknowledged that there have been some challenges. Now, this morning on Beyond the Headlines, we say that ask the GRA, what is the challenge? Ahead of their press conference tomorrow, you have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Isaac Obina Amwaku. He is head project manager or management for GRA. So you'd find him at GRA. I was just asking him if he's done some transactions himself and if he's encountered challenges. He's lucky. He hasn't encountered any challenges. I've been asking him what he's been up to. He says he's been up to clarification. So this morning, we'll take some clarifications. But today is Wednesday, so it will be day 3 of the, or you count it from Sunday, the Sunday dawn to now, right?
Sunday 1, okay. Monday 2, Tuesday 3.
Okay.
Today is day 4.
Today's day 4. Okay, so from the GRA, you've acknowledged some challenges. What are these challenges? And
Thank you very much. Good morning. Yeah. So the challenges were expected challenges.
Okay.
They were expected because prior to 1st May, we issued notices, that is even before the acts came into force. We issued notices to the charging entities to go on a phased approach, a 3-phased approach. But after the law was passed, we changed the strategy to a full-blown approach. Okay. So we were with them on the full-blown approach until just some few days to 1st May, they came with concerns that they may not be able to go with the full-blown approach. So they want some reprieve. So at the last minute, we changed from the full-blown approach to what we call the modified approach.
Okay, you're speaking, is that English you're speaking? Okay, I totally do not understand. So what is a full-blown approach?
So full-blown approach means that all charging entities that are required by law to charge the e-levy were supposed to connect to a system known as the common platform.
Okay.
The common platform would have played a kind of supervisory role by telling all the charging entities what to charge, who to charge, whether the person has exceeded their minimum daily threshold of 100 a day. It would also tell them the identity behind any recipient that you intend to transfer your levy to.
Okay.
So that would have been like the referee.
Okay.
But it involves each of the parties changing their internal systems to be able to talk to the common platform.
Okay, and at the time that you wanted to go to this common platform, these charging entities, again, for the sake of my viewers, who are the charging entities?
So when we say charging entities, these are entities that the law mandates to charge and collect the e-levy.
Okay.
From customers or from their clients.
Okay.
And then later pay to the GRA.
Oh.
And there are 4 categories of the charging entities. The first category, we call them the electronic money issuers. They are our usual mobile money companies.
Okay.
So you have MTN money there, you have Vodafone Cash there, you have Airtel Tigo Cash, you have GCB J Money, and then you also have ZPay. Okay. These are the 5 electronic money issuers.
Okay.
Then the next group, we call them the commercial banks, our usual banks, the GCBs, the EcoBanks, those commercial banks, 23 of them. The next is what we call the PSPs, or the payment service providers.
Okay.
You get Cellulant, you get Insano, those who design apps for payment apps and those kind of banking apps.
Okay.
They are the PSPs. Then the last but not least is the SDIs. These are the specialized deposit-taking institutions. So you get your rural banks as well as the community banks. You get your savings and microfinance. You get your finance houses also there in that 4th category.
Okay.
Then the law makes provision that if the minister so wishes, he can add more to it by way of regulation.
Okay.
So these are what we call the charging entities.
Okay. Before we go to some of the challenges that people have been facing, I'll read some of the challenges on our social media. They kept sending them in from Monday. Is this to say that, if I understand you, this is to say that even if these entities were well prepared, these challenges were still anticipated?
If we had gone the full-blown, some of these challenges may not have come if you have gone the full-blown.
Okay.
So the full-blown means you connect to a common platform, and the common platform tells you what to do. But with the modified approach, you don't connect to the common platform. So each charging entity is using their own internal systems to charge the e-levy. So what happens is that the law says that if you have an account with one charging entity and another, and it belongs to you yourself, then when you transfer among those accounts, you are not supposed to pay e-levy. Now, because they are doing it independent of each other, when I am sending to you at the other side, I don't know the other side is your account.
Okay.
Because I don't have visibility.
Okay.
So therefore, I will charge you.
Okay.
Then you come and complain to me that, oh, the other side is also mine. So please give me back my money.
Okay.
So we have developed what we call the reversal and refund guideline for those who are not supposed to be charged but have been charged.
Okay. So feed my curiosity. This referee that's supposed to be on that common platform, who's this referee?
It's an electronic system that we've built.
From the GRA?
From the GRA side.
Okay, which will mean that GRA would have absolute control. Okay, and that would make it easier, the implementation easier. Okay, what's making these entities find it difficult to want to, why do you think they wanted the other option last minute?
Computer systems takes resources and time to build. So depending on how complex and your resource muscle, it would determine how fast you go. Okay. So some were faster than others.
Ah, okay. So essentially, all those who have been complaining that, I transacted even less than 100 CDs and I've been charged and all of this, we'll box all of this into one problem. This is the problem, or what?
So the problems have been categorized.
Okay.
Problem number one is you're sending to yourself at the other side. You're not supposed to be charged. Okay. And you have been charged. So that is one problem we've identified. And it is because we are not connected to a common platform. So we don't have visibility at the other side. So that is one type of the problem. There's another problem where you are transacting below 100 or 100 and below, and you've been charged. That is a clear technical challenge that has been noted, and that would be corrected. I
like this. I like whatever facility or that's able to identify the deduction, but it's not able to identify to go past the deduction.
You are assuming that there's one system that is doing that. That's why you would make the statement. But if you assume that there are 300 and over independent systems doing the same thing, then you realize that, okay, the system wasn't really ready because he didn't have enough resources or didn't have enough time to finish his configuration. This one is probably halfway. This one is about 90%. This one is about 100%. Okay,
so it's possible that me and my friend Isidra, the same day this implementation started, we wanted to send 100 CDs, and then it's possible that Isidra might get a challenge and I will not get a challenge.
Perfect. Because the platforms are different. So we have more people on a particular charging entity than the others. One particular charging entity holds more than 80% of the market share. Okay. So you could imagine that if he is having a challenge, it affects about 70% of the population. Then you probably have the rest who may not probably experience any challenge. Okay. But their population is very minimal, so you don't get a lot of calls coming through. Okay, so you were saying that GRA is setting up something for reversal. You said some plenty English. Guidelines. we've given, so what are these guidelines? The guidelines are that if you fall under category 1, where you are sending to yourself. We'd actually go through that 6 pointers. We'll take it one after the other, so that I personally also get some clarity and the viewers also get clarity, so that they know that this is what you mean by the person to person and all of that. Okay, still all technical and yes, it's very cloudy, so we're not seeing very well. Yeah, but I'm curious about people who would want to know whether or not their money is to be reversed. Yes. So category 1, you are sending to an account that is yourself. You own the account. An example, you have an MTN SIM. You are sending to a Vodafone SIM. The Vodafone SIM is registered in your name, so you know it is yours. Okay. You are not supposed to be charged at all. Okay. And you got charged.
Right.
you have to complain to your telco or your entity.
So your first port of call is complaining to your telco.
Your first point of call is complaining to your telco.
Okay.
And provide some details to your telco. So the first detail you provide is probably the transaction that you did, the ID of the transaction or the reference number of the transaction. You provide it to your telco. At this particular transaction, it went successfully, but the recipient is myself, and the law says I shouldn't be charged. So please, it's a wrongful deduction.
Okay.
So you make the complaint. Okay. 2, you have to provide a form of identification on the other side that this is my ID.
Is that standard identification?
Yes, standard ID we're taking. We're taking any national ID that has a picture, your photo in it.
Okay.
In the full-blown approach, we don't accept any national ID. We accept only Ghana card. But for the sake of this short period, we are allowing any national ID with a picture.
Okay.
But once we go live with the common platform in July, 1st July, no other card apart from the Ghana card will be accepted.
Okay.
So you provide any national ID with your picture. Then also for the mobile money platform, they have a short code, *400#. It gives you the details, the registration details of whoever dials this number. So if you dial that number right now on your SIM, it would give you your registration details. So you provide that details to the customer agent as well.
Okay.
There's a unique number there.
Yeah.
You add the unique number and the name that it has displayed to them. So they will capture this in their ticketing system.
Okay.
And then all the charging entities have what we call SLAs with their customers.
What's that?
Service level agreements. Okay. That is when you have complained to them, how long it takes them to resolve.
So it's not automatic?
No, it's not automatic.
I have just the 100 cities to spend.
They have over thousands of people. So they have to have a system.
But is there a way that you can build whatever that you're building to reverse it automatically?
No.
That's
it
not...
is the work of common platform. And that will come in 1st July. Between now and 1st July, we have to grapple with this.
Okay, and this will take about, have any idea how long it will take? Well, you said that every telco...
So every telco have their SLAs. It will work within the already existing SLA.
Okay.
Yes.
So viewers, I'm sure that you have seen this. At some point, I'll open the phone lines for you. A little later, I'll be joined by Mr. Evans Otumfuo. He's the General Secretary for the Mobile Money Association. And also, we'd like to find out from them as an association, the agents as well, if they have any peculiar challenges, you know, unlike the consumers. They have, right? The agencies. Okay. But for you to know at what point you should call your telco or to lodge a certain complaint so that we're not flooding them with unnecessary calls, you need to understand this e-levy again. I mean, we've said it a lot of times, that I'm sure that you have seen this. So, number one, cumulative transfers of 100 Ghana cedis per day made by the same person. Explain to me, Mr. Mwako.
I had wanted to give you some perspective of the challenges before they
okay.
So I've given you challenge number 1, sending to myself. I'm not supposed to be charged. I've been charged. The procedure to take: call your telco and give them the details. Within the stipulated time, they would resolve your issue for you.
Okay.
The next group, which are those who are also sending to another network. And they have a minimum of 100, which is tax-free, but they got charged. That is not supposed to be charged. For those category, you don't need to do anything. Automatically, it will be reversed. Okay. Because that one, you're below the 100. It's 100 and below, and it is your first below 100 transaction. You're not supposed to get charged, but some people have been charged. So for those people, they don't need to make any phone call. The telcos will run the report on daily basis. All such transaction that falls within that category, within 72 hours, they would reverse your money back to you. Okay. Okay, that's the second perspective. That's the second type of challenge we've been having. Okay. So from 1st May to date, the problems are under these 2 categories. Sending to yourself outside your network, and then being billed for a transaction below 100 Ghana. Also to a number outside of your network.
Right.
So we have on-net transaction and off-net. On-net transaction is transaction that happens on the same network.
Okay.
For that, we are not receiving a lot of challenges, and about 90% of the transactions are on the on-net.
Okay.
It is the off-net, the 10% that go out, that we are having these challenges.
Okay, okay. Between these two challenges, which one is very common? The one that is sending to
the sending to self is more common, than
right?
the 100 minimum. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got on Zoom Mr. Evans Otumfo. He's the General Secretary for the Association for Mobile Money Agents. Hi, good morning. Hi. Hi, Mr. Otumfo.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for joining us. Good morning. And yes, so we've seen your press release. You released it on the 30th of April. I'd like to find out, as an association, are your agents also having challenges?
Most definitely. Good morning to you, and thanks for having me. And regards to Mr. Amakwa, I have to, engage him after the, meeting. Yes, we have been, drawing government's attention to a number of concerns.
Okay.
The implementation of from the onset, it has really played a very key role in the kind of reactions or, agitations that we have witnessed in the public.
Okay, Mr.
So the first day of implementation, we have realized that many agents having to push their.
I'm so sorry. If you can, find a better place, and then we can get some good connection so that we can hear from you clearly. Claire, I'm sorry. So, Mr. Marco, yesterday I went to the market. No, on Sunday, actually. I went to the market. And then I wanted to withdraw. I wanted to ask him this. I wanted to withdraw money. I wanted to withdraw 500 cedis from my wallet. I went to 4 vendors. They said no, without any reason. With all the complaints that have been coming, which one is very peculiar to the agents? And why didn't they want to withdraw? In the past, they'll say, oh, Miniska, endorse one wallet and all of that. But this one, it was, no, I'm not doing it. 4 of them. Why? Is there any particular challenge?
Maybe the fear of the unknown. Because the e-levy doesn't affect their business. Their business hasn't been touched.
So why didn't they want to do this? Because then I would have been the one, if I was withdrawing, would I also have been?
No.
Okay, so it'll be a good time. I want us to, let's take a walk through that, yeah. So number 1, please explain cumulative transfers of 100 Ghana cedis per day made by the same person. I'm sure you've said something about it slightly, but...
Yeah, slightly, yeah.
Okay.
So the law have what we call exclusions, that these exclusions will not suffer the e-levy if you are within those exclusions, and there are 6 of them that you've identified. There's a 7th one which is in there, but by implication, I'll add that.
Okay.
So the first one is the 100 Ghana cumulative transfer a day. What it means is that all the networks or platforms or accounts you own as a person, cumulatively, when you do a transaction that amounts to 100 Ghana, you don't get taxed for the e-levy. That's what the 100 Ghana cumulative means.
When you say cumulative, what do you mean?
It means you do 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here. We add them up, and then you get to your 100.
Okay.
We are not going to give you 100 person.
Okay, okay.
That's cumulative.
Okay.
Okay. But there's one catch here. Because we are not going by the full-blown approach, and we are doing the modified approach, customers are now getting something the law didn't give them. They are getting 100 Ghana cedis exemption for each SIM that they own.
Oh, did you know this? Have you had anybody, a good Samaritan, say that, you know what, I've done some transaction and I was hoping to be deducted, but I wasn't deducted? Have you?
No. They are only complaining about the one that they weren't supposed to be charged, that they've been charged.
Okay.
But you are entitled to 100 Ghana for all the accounts you own.
Right.
But because the common platform is not available, you are getting to have 100 Ghana for SIM 1, SIM 2, on the same network. If you have SIM 3 on the other network, you get it. SIM 4, you get it. So if you have 10 SIMs, you get 100 times 10. That's 1,000 Ghana cedis a day. Because
the referee on that common platform is not identifying you.
He hasn't started his work yet.
Okay, he will start in July.
He starts in 1st July. Okay. So between now and 1st July, for as many accounts you have,
there's
you
some
enjoy
exclusions.
300 Ghana cedis per SIM, which the law didn't give to you.
Okay, is that to make us feel good?
Of course, you should feel good about it. Or I will get the referee to start work probably tomorrow so that you get only 100 Ghana.
Okay, thanks for that clarity.
Yeah.
So the number 2 would be transfers between accounts owned by the same person. This you have touched on, yes.
Yeah. And the identity behind it, strictly Ghana card. Okay. It should be strictly Ghana card. So if you have not yet updated your details with your bank account, from now till, please go and update.
We need some clarity on this bank transactions and all of this. So there's a bit of confusion. My mother sitting somewhere thinks the whole e-levy is just mumu.
There's some
she's not extending it to the banking sector.
Side, yeah.
Okay. So I'm told that Mr. Otumfuo has joined us again. Hi, Mr. Evans Otumfuo. Good morning. Got some good network now?
Most definitely. We are hoping so.
Oh, good, good. So I was just complaining to my good friend here, Mr. Amwako, that on Sunday, I went to the markets, particularly, I mentioned their name, Adenta Market, and 4 of your vendors refused to help me withdraw money from my wallet without any reason. Have you had any complaints like that? And are the agents facing particularly problems too?
Okay, thank you very much. I think right from Friday, Saturday into the first day of implementation, we have witnessed a higher demand for cash or withdrawal. Okay. And so I think even before the implementation starts, most of our outlets have virtually run out of cash to serve customers. And we try to ascertain why all of a sudden everybody is trying to access cash. But I realize that about 70% is as a result of the implementation that has kickstarted. And so if you visited any outlet and you have realized that they are not willing to give you, cash, then it means that they have run out of cash. And for the fact that we are into weekend, banks too are not available to, grant us that assistance. And so that could be a reason why maybe they were not able to attend to you. Putting that aside, we have a partnership with the bank, or we run hand in hand with the bank. And so as and when the bank services, is or are needed, we run to them. And so during this implementation, we're made to know that, any activity on the agency, there is no e-levy going to be applied to it. But we realize that pushing your cash to and from your agent and then to your bank account for purposes of maybe withdrawals to come and continue with your business. We realize that, start transactions are made to pay 1.5% on any amount. And so if I have to push 20,000 to my bank account to go and withdraw, then it means if I have to calculate the 1.5% e-levy on my working capital, I will be made to pay 300 cedis. And mind you, that 20,000 Ghana cedis, if I bring it to the outlet to serve my customers with cash, at the end of the day, I wouldn't even make.
Oh, just when I needed clarity. My God. I'm so sorry about the network. We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Otumfuo on that. But are you able to help me on that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Category 1.
Right.
He's sending out to another network, mobile money platform, to a bank. No visibility. Okay. So he gets charged. He's not supposed to be charged. Once he can prove that the bank account has the same details as the mobile money merchant wallet he's using, refund allowed.
Okay.
So the money is not lost.
Okay.
They should call their telco, provide the details, and then within the SLA agreed, they get their money back.
Okay. Mr. Otumfuo, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try and wrap with you quickly so that I'll save you the way you're trying to find some network. Okay, so it is not as though I got clarity from Mr. Mwako on the bank issue, so we can move on to my concern. So it's not as though if they were going to help me withdraw, they were going to incur any charges.
No, at all.
Okay.
If they were supposed to help you to do your service, I mean, there's no cost in assisting the customer to, get whatever service that the customer needed. So at that point, when we serve the customer, we have no cost at all to.
Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Tumfo, I'd have to let you, thank you so much for joining us. I'm lucky that I've got Mr. Mwako here. He'd help me with all of it. Please reiterate again the vendors or the agents, as you may say, reiterate their benefit or what their, shall I use exclusion clauses for them or exemptions?
They fall under transfer to same person.
Okay.
So what it means is that the bank account must be in their name.
Okay.
And the mobile wallet must be in their name.
Okay.
If it is in their wife's name or their brother's name.
Oh,
unfortunately.
Then this is going to happen from July because most of the merchants' numbers.
So they have the opportunity to change it.
It now.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah. But for those who are using an account that belongs to them, they should make the phone call and the amount that was deducted
will be reversed.
Will be reversed for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the third one we want to learn about this morning is transfers for payment of taxes, fees, charges on the Ghana.government platform. What does that mean?
Currently, GRA, you can't pay tax to us by giving us fiscal cash or even giving us check. We stopped that. We stopped it last year, July 1st. We said that if you want to pay us, go digital.
Right.
We don't want any money so that people will tell us we are taking their money.
Was this in anticipation of e-levy?
No, we didn't even know e-levy was being conceived.
Okay.
That was July of last year.
Okay.
So you don't bring us cash. You pay it digitally online on your phone, on your tablet, whichever digital system you have, or you walk to a bank, hand over cash or check at the bank, and we are done with you. Now, the platform we use for that service is known as the Ghana.gov payment platform.
Okay.
So it is not only GRA that is on that platform. Other government agencies are there. Currently, if you are buying your passport forms, it takes you there.
Okay. So the referee.
This one is not a referee. This is a different platform.
I was going to ask, so there's no deductions and nothing happening here. So the referee is not needed here.
He's not needed there.
Okay. Sometimes my mind, this is money matter.
So once you use that platform to pay your taxes, e-levy will not be imposed on the tax you pay. That is the meaning of this one.
So by the time you're going through that website, there's something that has identified that you're paying your tax. Taxes. You're paying something. So
taxes to the state.
Okay.
So e-levy doesn't apply. So for your organization, they'll pay what we call the PAY, pay as you earn for all the employees.
Yeah.
They'll deduct it, bulk it, and then come and pay to GRA.
Okay.
They'll go on that online portal and they do the payment there.
All right.
And then they would also pay what we call CIT or company income tax. They pay it every quarter.
Right.
So that one too, they go there and they make the payments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can help Salama Samoa. Says that as a Momo agent, this is the most okay, so I'm sure you're used to words like this by now. Fraudulent act I've ever seen. It is ridiculous. I tried sending 10,000 to the bank for cash. I couldn't believe I'm supposed to pay 150 as e-levy. Meanwhile, my commission on 10,000 cash out is 40 Ghana cedis. So how can I pay 150 e-levy on money that gives me just 40 Ghana cedis? It's so annoying and devastating. The government needs to come in. So Salam, I hope that you didn't miss the clarification here. So he would have to, he's one of the persons that would have to merge.
There are two things you can do. You either make the phone call and get your money back and prove that the other account is yours.
Right.
So by proving at the other side, you need maybe a statement from the bank account.
Okay.
That bears your name. And then the ID.
Okay.
That confirms that it is indeed you.
Okay.
You add to that and then because the one who took the money is not the bank. It was taken by the telco. Because he was transferring from his Momo. So it's the Momo platform that would take the e-levy from him.
Okay.
So he complains to the one who took the money.
Okay.
So that is one. he could also do something called bilateral, where you link your SIM to your bank account. So that one, you do it not at the Momo side, you do it at the bank side. So he goes to the bank, tell the bank that these SIMs are mine. So anytime I'm moving funds between them, please, no e-levy.
There's no limitation to the number of SIM cards you can...
No, that is determined by the bank. For some banks, it's one.
In fact, until now, is one.
I haven't seen anyone doing more than one anyway.
So I'm just saying, as the project manager, you might want to...
It's not part of our business. It's not GRA business. It's bank business.
Oh, well, we're hoping in recommendations.
We can tell them they should allow plenty, but our referee will come. When our referee comes, irrespective of the bilateral you have, as many SIMs as you have, our referee can do that. No limit.
You should see Mr. Marco. It's not a problem.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Deal with your problem.
Okay.
So I'm not done with mine.
So the fourth thing...
Go and do the linking at your bank. You fill some form, they complete it, so that between now and 1st July, you won't suffer.
Because it won't make sense that you're paying 150 over 40 Ghana cedis and all of that. So Salom, please.
Because for each transaction he does, it will be deducted, and then he will have to call and get it reversed. But if you go and link it up at the bank, at least
away,
you will stop this back and forth. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Marco, the fourth thing we want clarity on, the electronic clearing of checks.
That's the last one. So you've missed the tab.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the number last.
Okay, so you at GRA, there's an order of priority.
No, there's no order. The law made it in a certain order.
Okay.
Not GRA. Okay. The law made it in a certain order.
Okay.
But you can, if you to France it.
Okay, then.
So when you clear check, you write check. You know the money will move from the check writer's account, and then it will get into your account.
Okay.
If I issue a check, if it's not a cash check, if it's a cash check, they'll give you
over the counter.
They'll give you cash. But if it's to your account, it will move from mine to... It looks like it's a transfer. And the e-levy should have caught it. But we decided that, okay, we won't.
Okay.
So if you do any check transaction, no e-levy.
Okay.
That's what this fourth one means,
Okay, that's settling. That's nice to know.
So you can be writing checks for people.
I will.
Yes.
I'll make some more money and then I will. So we want some clarity as well on specified merchant payments. So payments to commercial establishments registered with GRA for income tax and VATs.
Okay, so I won't go to the explanation. I'll go to the everyday understanding of what specified merchant payment means.
Okay.
Now, if you've been using, I'll use MTN as an example. You dial their short code, the menu that comes. First menu is what? Transfer money, if you remember.
Yes.
Second menu, Momo Pay.
Yes.
Third menu, airtime and those kind of stuff.
Yes, airtime and bundles.
Fourth menu,
allow cash out.
Good. Fifth menu, bank, financial
services.
Sixth menu, my
wallet.
Good. So you could see a clear distinction between number one, which is to do normal transfers.
Okay.
And then number two and number three, it is for buying and selling.
Yes.
So if you want to pay DSTV, you go to number two, and you go and select DSTV from there. You want to pay Ghana Water, you go to number two. You walk to a shop, and they display that Momo accepted here, and they have the merchant account. You realize that when you send money to a merchant account, the deduction they make is lower than the subscriber account.
Yes.
So if you are on that service with your telco, it means you are a merchant to the telco.
Okay.
But the law didn't stop there. You being a merchant with a telco is not enough. You also need to come to GRA and register for income tax or VAT. If you did just that, anytime somebody is buying an item you are selling on the platform, the person doesn't get to be imposed e-levy. That is the meaning of the specified merchant payments.
Can you reiterate this again?
So what I'm saying is that I'm using MTN as an example. There's a transfer. Good. There's a transfer, and there's Momo Pay, and there's buy time.
Yes.
They are for buying things online. So for you to enjoy that buying of things, the one selling would make steps. He will go to MTN and say, MTN, I want to be on your Momo Pay service.
Yes.
So they would enroll the shop or whoever is there. That then gives advantage to customers. That when they use that platform, if you are selling an item and it is 100 Ghana, he won't pay 100 Ghana plus a service fee of 1%, and then plus a e-levy of 1.5. Going to make 2.5% of the cost of the item. Already, once you're on that platform, the network exempt you the 1%, you don't pay the 1%
Okay.
service fee to
Okay.
MTN.
Okay.
We GRA to say that if the merchant that you're buying from is registered with us, then we will spare you the 1.5 levy.
Okay, so it's not enough going to register with MTN as a merchant. You have to come to GRA.
That's the objective of the law. Bring more people into the tax net. Don't tell them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just also maybe register my shop.
Oh, business. Hey, no, my.
But is this public knowledge that if you own a merchant number, you should go to GRA?
It's a civic responsibility
Okay.
that when you earn income, any type of income, even robbery, is income. To pay income tax.
No, I'm talking about, so, you know, until we started going on to the portal to pay tax, you would go to GRA office. And then it's calculated for you, and then you pay.
Yes.
Then the merchant's number is exclusive to me in my shop. When you come, you pay to wait for me. Yes. So the quota that I know at the end of the month is what I'll go and pay. But we didn't know that particularly the MTN or whichever other number that is a merchant, you have to come.
So the clarification is that when the law got passed, it brought this additional obligation that to be registered as a merchant, you need to have been registered for income tax or VAT.
Yes.
Hitherto it wasn't there. But as a civic duty for every citizen of Ghana, whatever revenue you get, as I said, even from robbery, if you finish your robbery, bring back the income tax. There's a graduated rate. So the amount you got, if you rob 5,000, you pay calculator and do graduated rate on the 5,000 and come and pay to us and tell GRA that I did robbery. This is my income on it. Every income is taxable. There is no exemption, including those ones.
Mr. Wako. Okay. So that's for the specified merchant
payments.
Okay, payments.
So if unfortunately your merchant is not registered with GRA, anytime you buy, you pay the e-levy. It's to inconvenience you to buy from people who are regular with the state. Because the statistics shows that we are about 12 million active workers in Ghana. Out of 30 million, about only 2 million are paying the tax. 10 million are not paying anything.
So you're trying to get the 10 million into the tax, okay.
So that we'll build more streets.
Okay, how long does it take for a merchant, these specified people to come to GRA to, can you just do, how do you get it? You
have to be there in person and register. It's a one-time registration.
Okay, what do you need to come along with?
Oh, your Ghana card.
Okay.
For individuals, and then business registration for businesses, corporate or self-employed, sole proprietors.
Okay.
You know, sole proprietor, you would have a business certificate from Registrar General.
Okay.
So you come with a copy of that certificate.
Okay.
But if you are just normal, your shop, watch seller, then you walk in there with your Ghana card.
Okay.
And then we put you on the tax roll. One time, you don't come there again. The rest, you pay online.
Okay, so at some point, I'm going to be opening the phone lines for you so that you can throw in your questions. Mr. Marco is here till some time before we'll let him. Today we've hijacked him. We need clarification on a lot of things. So you can call us on 0302-211-69094, 0302-211-69094, or you can send in your question or comments on 0551-575757. Here, I'll read it out for Mr. Marco to help us. There is also the last one on my list. Maybe you have a lot more to explain, but there's another one. Transfers between principal, master agents, and agents' accounts.
So that is the protection of the capital from our agents' friends. Oh. This is the part the law is protecting their capital. So any transfer they make among themselves, or the cash out and the cash in activity they do, is not being subjected to the e-levy.
Okay.
So that is where they have their protection from. The principal represents the entity that, the telco that they fall under.
Okay.
Then the master agent is, you know, normally at a bigger zone, there's one big overseer who registers the agent on behalf of the telco. They are the master agent. So the account they own, when they transfer funds from that account to the agent account, it doesn't get e-levied. And then when an agent sends to another agent, it doesn't get e-levied.
Okay.
And when they send to their big boss, the telco, it doesn't get levied as well. So that is that protection the agents have.
Okay, so we've talked about the exemptions or exclusions. Now let's go to what you're paying for. Inclusions. Yeah, I see that you've shortened something, you call it the EMIs.
Yes, the EMIs.
So mobile money transfers between accounts on the same electronic money issuer, please. I know you've said it a lot of times. Reiterate it.
So EMI is the telco or the mobile money companies or business side of the telcos. So for MTN, they have mobile money company limited.
Okay.
Then for Vodafone is Vodafone Cash. For Airtel Tigo Money. For G Money is G Money. And then for ZPay, these are the 5 EMIs.
Okay.
Any transfer on that platform, so MTN to MTN, Vodafone to Vodafone, Airtel Tigo to Airtel Tigo, that is included, that type of transfer to somebody else, not yourself, on that platform is included. A transfer to somebody else. You should always get the keyword to somebody else.
To somebody else, not to yourself.
Not to yourself. It's within scope.
I should register a SIM card for myself.
Hey, that's tax avoidance. I can come and audit you, so don't do that.
Okay, that's it, right? So if you did that, can the referee find out?
Of course, you can find out. I can geotag you. Geotag means that you said you are sending to yourself. Okay, then you should be at the same place. So when you send, the receiving
geographical location.
We have something called geotagging. You know, when you send anything, there's a mast. The nearest mast will receive it.
Really?
So of course. So
no, but what if my other phone is in Kumasi and I'm in Accra?
How come you?
It's my phone and I decide to want to leave one out.
Yeah. So who is operating it?
Okay, so there are caveats to this self-to-self.
Not yet. I'm telling you in secret.
It's not vocal. Okay.
Not yet.
Right.
But I'm trying to tell you that it is possible for me to geotag so that when you send and it is somewhere in a different geography, I can see that, okay, so you've given your number to your sister, then you are sending money to her and you're asking her to use your name to withdraw it.
Hey, so GRA, you know everything.
Of course, we know everything.
Okay. What's the next question there? Let me not even think about anything before it gets into my head.
Yes.
Okay, so mobile money transfers from an account on one EMI to a recipient of another EMI.
So we've done same network. Now we are moving to a different network, off-net. So from MTN to Vodafone, MTN to Airtel Tigo, to somebody else.
To somebody else.
But not from your network, from another network.
Okay.
Mobile money. That is the second inclusion.
Okay. Transfers from bank accounts to mobile money accounts.
So that is where the bank comes in. Every bank transfer to somebody else on mobile money platform is included.
Okay, so like what I have on my phone now, if I want to go and pull money from my bank account into
somebody else.
To somebody else, that one you charge?
Yes, somebody else. It should always be somebody else, not yourself.
Not even my sister who bears my surname?
No, not your husband.
Okay. Transfer from mobile, transfer from mobile money accounts to bank accounts. That's what.
So the vice versa. Now you have a mobile money, you want to send money to a bank, to somebody else's
bank account too.
It is within scope.
Okay.
The last one.
Yeah, yes, it is the last one. The bank transfers on digital platform or application originates from a bank account belonging to an individual to another individual. I mean, I'm confused.
Don't be confused.
Okay.
It simply means that a bank account that belongs to a human being, not an entity. A human being, individual.
Okay.
So an individual's bank account to another bank account.
Okay.
So it is bank to bank. It's not bank to Momo, because bank to Momo is number 3. This is bank to bank.
Bank to bank, okay.
But that one, there's a good news there. The good news is that it's targeted to a certain threshold.
You are such a necessary evil, this man. He gives me the good news and then he slaps me with a bad one.
The good news is that there's a threshold the minister has announced.
Okay.
If it falls within that threshold, you don't get to be slapped with the e-levy. And the threshold is big for a day, 20,000.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how that's going to make me feel, but let's go to Agnes Radio and talk to Philip. Are you shocked I'm not excited?
Yeah.
Hi, Philip. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling us. You're calling us from Agnes Radio.
Yes, please.
Share with me your experience so far with the e-levy. Have you transacted any business yet?
All right. Yes, during my first transaction, I I did 30 cedis.
Okay.
There was no deduction. I got a message that I used Vodafone Cash. So Vodafone sent me a message. They said they haven't deducted anything. But, and then Momo e-levy to 000. Okay. And then later on, I did 100 cedis. And Vodafone sent me another message. From Vodafone Cash is 000. But I was taxed on e-levy. That was 0.45. So I wanted to ask the difference because they said there's no charge on 100 cedis. So I just want to know why the 0.45.
Okay. Thank you so much, and keep watching. Mr. Mwako will help us with this one. I've got Bossman so that we can add that. Hi, Bossman, or please tell me your name.
The name is Osman.
Osman.
Yes.
Okay, Osman. Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Sunyani.
Sunyani. How is Sunyani this morning?
Oh, Sunyani is fine.
Okay. Thank you once again for calling. Have you started transacting business on your electronic platforms? I won't want to say only Momo. Have you?
Yes.
Okay. How's it going so far?
Well, it's fine. It's fine, but I only have some challenges with my merchant line.
Okay. What's that?
When we transact business with the merchant line, at first I thought when you transfer money from a merchant line to a subscriber, you are going to be deducted with the e-levy. But upon the several times I've transacted or transferred money from a merchant line to a subscriber, there wasn't any deductions. So I'm a bit confused because, normally, under normal circumstances, when you are supposed to transfer money, when the subscriber comes, you are supposed to transfer the money to the subscriber's account so that the subscriber may also transfer it to another subscriber. So, for instance, if I'm in Sunyani and I'm a mobile money merchant, somebody comes to my office and want to send money to somebody in Accra. I'm supposed to send the money to the subscriber's account so that person will send it to the person in Accra.
Okay.
But because the merchant to subscriber, there isn't no deductions. We would rather send it from the merchant to the subscriber in Accra straight. So that subscriber who has just come to my office would pay the charges to me.
Wow.
I don't know whether I get it.
Mr. Maku put it to a better perspective for me, but thank you for sharing, actually. Thank you. Let me add Halima. Halima, you're calling us from Kaswa. Hi, Halima.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling us. You want to share with us if you have any challenge?
Yes, please. On Sunday, I did some transaction to somebody, 1,200.
Okay.
And they took me, I saw 750 pesos deducted, and then 1650 pesos to deducted.
Okay. All at once or separately? I mean, let me understand how the deductions, which one came first? You did the 1,002 at once?
Yeah, 1,002 at once.
Okay.
And they took 750 pesos.
Okay. And just to be sure, was it to
another 1550 pesos that for tax?
Okay. All right. I also would need clarity on that one. So
and then within 1 hour time, the person they used it to do something and decided to send the money back to me. And it was taking the same thing in the person's account too.
7.5 and
16.50
pesos,
and then 16.50 pesos.
Okay.
And I don't know, one money that have been transferred or been transacted and then double is deducted from it. I want some clarification on this.
I do too. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Malcolm. Let's start with the gentleman who did the 30 Ghana cedis first and then did the 100 Ghana cedis.
So he's been caught up with the question you asked me, cumulative. So he did his first 30 of his 100 that was reserved, and he was left with 70 of his 100. Then he did the 100 the second time. So when he did the 100, the 70 was deducted from the last 100, leaving how much? 30. So then we applied the 1.5 on the 30. And that came to 0.45. So that's how come he got that tax. But because Vodafone is not taking the service charge is 0.
Okay.
But the e-levy on the 30 that has been left of his days cumulative 100, he got taxed on the 30.
That's the 0.45.
The 0.45, that's 45 pesos.
You know what? By the time 1st July will come, we all are mathematicians, because the math that's going on around here. Okay.
You now get to know that our math that we did in the primary school is very relevant.
Yes, yes.
The percentages and all those stuff.
Okay, so the gentleman who says merchant to subscriber and getting the customers into their office and all of that,
he's
he
a
lost
good
me a bit. Yes.
He's the only one reporting that.
But
why are we not taxing him?
Well, I was going to wonder did he think about this question?
No, he's a good Samaritan.
Okay.
So
I hope he's thinking so now.
Yeah, he's a real good. I'll give him all credit. Yeah, that he's not being taxed when he does merchant to subscriber.
Okay.
The whole idea is that they are using it for business. We don't want to disturb their business.
Yeah.
So we don't have any problem. Please continue your business. No e-levy thing with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my lady who 1,002 and got
the 1,002. The calculation is right. We deduct the first 100 tax-free, then he'll be left with 1,100. So we apply the 1.5 on 1,100. It comes to 15 cedis, 50 pesos.
No, we'll have to do this calculation again.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
So we
Let's
pick our calculator.
Let's talk to Nelson from Chipone first, and then we'll add Nelson's questions to this one. Hi, Nelson.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, please, I just want to share my experience this morning when I had to do with ADP Bank.
Okay.
I tried to transfer money from my ADP account to my Momo account this morning. And the code I used failed severally, but after all that, there was some illegal deduction in all the transactions I did.
Really?
So I want to, hello?
Was it to yourself or to another?
Myself. Just this morning, just some 30 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay.
I did it, and they told me how much was to be charged. I did it, and the transaction failed. But they went ahead and deducted the e-levy tax. I tried again, it failed, but they deducted the e-levy charges again. So I just want to find out from him, because they told us that when you are doing from bank account of your own to your Momo account, that's the same name. It will not be charged. But this one I've experienced 3 times before I was able to go through. So I just want to seek clarity from you.
I need clarity from you too. If you say that you tried 3 times and it didn't go through, but later you were deducted, is this to say that you were deducted 3 times separate times, or?
Yes.
And this is 1.5, 1.5, 1.5?
Yes.
Total together, do you know the amount that was taken in total?
Yes, I was to take 580. I was 80 from my 2,000. So in all, 26 Ghana cedis were charged.
I see. Okay.
26 Ghana cedis.
Okay. Do you want to have some follow-up questions for him?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
Thank you. Keep watching and let's see, because what could be the problem? Is there a problem in the first place?
No.
For ADB?
There's no problem.
He said to himself.
Yes. It's the one I described. No visibility. ADB doesn't have visibility of where the money is going to sit. So he will get charged. He made a phone call.
Also, he should go and link his account.
He should go and do that.
But if you haven't linked it in the first place, you won't be able to even want to transfer your money from.
No, you can still do it even when you haven't linked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the advice is that go link your account first and also report this back to ADB that the account that you sent it to belongs to you and provide the details.
Okay.
Your a photo ID, the transaction details, and when you do the star 400
hash,
the special code that comes, maybe a screenshot of it, he gives it to them as his evidence that the account is his and it's in his name.
Now, so if you're watching, I think you'd have to go back to the bank, right? And report.
Yeah.
At some point also to the telcos, isn't it?
No, it is only to the bank. The one who took the money.
He actually even says that the transaction failed and yet he was deducted
so
the
he has to
automated system. So
yeah, he has to report.
Okay,
Yeah.
there are a few messages here as well. Yeah, so the 1,200.
1,200. You deduct 100 from it. You are left with 1,100. You apply 1.5% of 1,100, and you get 16.5.
So what about the 7.5? That's
the 7.5 is not our problem.
Sorry.
It is the service charge from the telco.
Okay, let's talk to Hamza from Kaswa, then I can read some messages here as well. Hi, Hamza. Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Right. Please share your experience.
Please, this morning, I just some withdrawal, and I did 400 Ghana cedis, and I was charged with the e-levy transaction. Then after that, I tried to do another transaction about 260 Ghana cedis. The money didn't come to my account, but I was charged. I tried the second one. The money didn't come again, and I was charged again with the e-levy. I tried it once. The money didn't come to my account due to maybe some network issues and other stuff. And then I was deducted again. Still, the money hasn't come to my account.
You have to give a lot of details.
I'm a little bit confused about it.
Is it a bank or is it a mobile phone?
Yeah,
so
from
my bank.
It's from your bank.
Bank. The same ADB?
My wallet.
Okay, ADB would have to
Yes, please.
ADB.
ADB, right?
And
your
it
wallet.
is to your wallet.
Yes, please, madam.
So first you said withdrawals.
Yes, please.
What do you mean by withdrawals? Because withdrawals, you don't...
Mobile banking.
We were withdrawing from our bank too.
No, it is not called withdrawals. So you are transferring. Withdrawals means you are converting to cash. You go to the ATM or you go to the counter. Okay. That is withdrawals. If you didn't go to the counter to get cash or the ATM to get cash, you are not doing withdrawal. You are doing transfer. Okay. And then the e-levy will catch you.
The e-levy will catch you.
But it is to an account he owns. So please, you report it to the bank.
Yeah, that's the clarity he needs. So it means that if it's from your ADB to your personal Momo wallet, you shouldn't be charged.
You shouldn't be charged.
So even if you've been charged 1 million times, you still can recoup your money.
All your money back.
Okay?
Yes, please, madam.
Okay,
so report it, gives your ID, photo ID.
So there are two separate issues here. His 260 Ghana cedis didn't come at all, but the e-levy charge has been taken.
Yes, 3 cedis, 99 something.
So we owe him in two parallel ways. The e-levy charge needs to come back, and then his 262 needs to come back. Hamza.
Yes, please, madam.
Okay, so after you've reported to the bank, so is it the bank that will help him trace that e-levy charge to?
Because at this point, all the money is with the bank.
The bank.
It hasn't gotten to GRA.
Okay. Okay, Hamza, you still can recoup your money, okay? So go with your ID card and all other relevant documents and go and lay your complaint, okay? You get the money.
Yes.
I mean, it gets difficult, but I can assure you that you can get your money, okay?
Yes, please, madam. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. So I've got Kenneth from Wale Wale. Hi, Ken. Oh, Ernest.
Yes, Ernest.
Good.
Yeah, please. I want to know if you're paying your school fees through packet draft or if you are back.
Okay, good question. Thank you. Mr. Malcolm?
No, it won't.
No, it won't be applied. Thank you. Your question is so straightforward. Thanks. Okay, so this is confusing me, please. If they pay my salary to the bank and I decide to withdraw that salary to my G Money account, Mr. Malcolm will tell you it's not withdrawal.
It's not withdrawal. It's transfer.
Okay. Because of the queue in the bank, I like the fact that there's a reason to the transfer.
Yes.
Why should I pay e-levy again? Because the government has taxed that salary already. I'm confused. I need explanation, please. I'm not getting it. So I'm over to you.
The G Money is her account. She is not supposed to pay the e-levy.
E-levy.
But if it is somebody else's G Money, then she'll pay.
Okay. You didn't add your name, but this is a good clarification. If you're transferring it to your own G Money account, you shouldn't be charged. If you can confirm that is yours, but if it's not, then it would charge you. But if it's yours, you can go back and lay a complaint and reclaim the money. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking, does e-levy apply to quick loan?
Quick loan.
Do you know what quick loan is?
I know what quick loan is. Yeah. It's not straightforward.
Why are you frozen?
Why are you frozen? I'm not frozen.
Think about the question. Let me go to Evans in Singani. Hi, Evans.
Hi, Emma. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for calling, Evans. Share with us. You got any challenge?
My question is that I tried transferring 200 cedis from my MTN to my Voda Cash. Both accounts registered with my Ghana card to my name. But I was being charged 5 Ghana cedis. So I stopped the transaction because I was made to understand that between accounts with same name, registered with same Ghana card, shouldn't attract any charge. But it started charging me 5 Ghana cedis. So I don't know how.
So you didn't confirm it before. You saw it quickly.
Yes, they gave that summary that charge is tax and charge.
Right.
So tax was something and the charge was all amounting to 5 Ghana cedis. From my MTN Momo to my Voda Cash, both accounts registered with
in your name.
Ghana card.
One thing I can assure you, and I've been learning from Mr. Marco GRA this morning is that even if they did, you could retrieve that money back. But how else would you get the money? This money that you need, this money. I'm curious. How would Evans? That's what it. Thanks for calling. All right. So I've got another caller. Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, fine morning, madam.
Isaac, how are you doing? Thanks for calling us.
I'm doing well.
Good.
So, you can estimate I'm the and no, hello.
Pastor Metie.
No, take a my account also. That is 3030.
3030.
3030.
Let's go.
Miss any 2970.
2970.
Aha.
It is your kind.
No. Echo you, ya came sick and so. Estamos 3030. And I'm saying 2970.
Okay. Until by this time now car was 60 CD. No mote we e-levy ana.
I'm at the see I cut 10 Ghana cedis so I'm 50 Ghana cedis.
I'm to 50 Ghana cedis one.
Aye.
Yeah. Mrs. Kanasa. But Edio.
I'm with you know I cut 10 Ghana cedis on my account so see I mean you can say. I'm what my cut 10 Ghana.
Oh, they send you be on. What they send you? And you want kasa on.
Mr. Nemaobi. That's what 3030.
Not just what 3,030 Ghana cedis. Not just now what 3,030 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And now
Mr. Nemaobi.
And I'll send you 2,970. Santis I'm not 60 Ghana cedis.
Mr. Iwe, me checking balance now. Come 10 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, Mr. Makuya calculation na ebefa. Mr. Maku.
But I
bet me for 150 cedi legit. Is it legitimate?
I should think so.
Okay, keep watching. What you share but enya me wan say pepe.
No, the 50 Ghana part will go to the telco and part will be
MTN and Vodafone.
MTN.
Kakaba ko MTN ho na kakaba GRA ho. It's about 50 Ghana ne dey by all means automatic.
Me paucho. Na titi no anka me say me sana mo timi 10 Ghana cedis pe.
Me ti ase.
okay.
I say ano ya timi ati 10 Ghana cedis.
Abayin hyehyɛ ya odi abeto akwam no. Omo se yesi e per road ni schools ni adenti na wo say.
Me dey na ka ye kan wa na ka ya nya dia ka ha me kese ba dey.
Ba say dey.
So matino me yema shimi ama. Me yema shimi ama. Ti ma ba mu gbo. Sa mobile mo mo ni sem ni na.
Oh, menia. Me ti ase wate.
So if you do his calculation,
your calculation number
3,030, you less 100 from it, you are left with 2,930. When you apply 1.5 on the 2,930, you get 43.95 Ghana cedis as the e-levy, plus the charge from the telco of 10 cedis. So making a total of 53.95. That would.
See, bebe 10 cedis call MTN ho.
Yeah.
And a bebe 40 Ghana cedis BB so by GRA.
No, I'm a papa Ghana ni na 10 is more na MTN ho.
No, but the state should get more than MTN. State, you know, can't say you provide road.
MTN mo magiska kese. MTN no job.
Yeah, road, your hospital, your police protection, your schools, hospitals. So we have to take more.
Papa bejo wate kafra. Okay. I've got, so here's another one. If you don't mind, you can add your name so that we can address your problems, custom made for you. So my balance before transaction was 330.11 Ghana cedis, and I withdraw 100 Ghana cedis. They charge me 1 Ghana without information whether it's e-levy or not. If it's not e-levy, if it's 1 Ghana, it's not e-levy. That's the first one. So the new balance showed 230.11. The 2 CD difference is my problem. Is it e-levy or what?
So he has to explain. He says a withdrawal from the agent point, I guess. So it's a cash out, no e-levy. So it's the 1% from the telco. Because he did 100 Ghana cash out.
Okay.
And they took 1 CD. So there's no e-levy here.
Okay. So, good morning. My name is Reverend. So I've seen lots of your messages. If it comes to e-levy, there are lots of questions to ask. Good morning. My name is Rev Dixon. I am watching you live from Blema, Ayawaso. Thanks for the great job. I transferred money from my Momo to my MTN Momo to Vodacash, and I was charged 10,000 Ghana cedis. I was charged 10 Ghana cedis. I don't know why. Please educate me. I'm sure it's still calculations. I'm trying to see a question that's a little different or a good one. So please, I want to know, will e-levy affect my ATM transactions and also transfer from my bank account to Momo? No, Barbara. This is coming from Barbara in Mankesing.
So ATM transactions, no e-levy. Transfer to your Momo account. It's not supposed to. If it does, you report and get your money back.
Okay. Okay, good morning. Please ask him for me if Ghanaians are able to link all their accounts with same details. Will the GRA also try and identify public workers for that matter who pay taxes already to exempt them from paying double taxes to the states? Those double taxes that people are talking about, what exactly is it? I
understand why they are doing that too. So let's give a scenario. You withdraw your money, you are paid.
Yes.
Multimedia pays you. Let's say they pay you handsomely 10,000 Ghana cedis. You withdraw all in cash with your ATM.
Yes.
Go to ShopRite.
Yes.
You buying what would you buy? Maybe a phone or something else. Would they look at you and say that, look, the money you are holding had been taxed by government, so I'll reduce the phone and sell to you?
Okay, this is the very basic understanding you've put it. I also didn't understand. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Michael Tete from Sumanya. I am Michael Tete from Sumanya. Did the government implement the e-levy to raise funds for some time, or it will last forever? Good question. It is a law. And Mr. Michael, please.
The law of the country.
It's a law now, so
it's a law now.
He wants to know if it will last forever.
Our laws are forever.
Okay.
Until we repeal them or amend them.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry I'm unable to take all of your messages. Let me see. But Mr. Marcon, you can be giving me your final comments and wrapping up, okay?
Thank you very much. I believe we've all realized that the concerns that came is mostly in the category I told you we were expecting. They were transferring to their own accounts, either from Momo to a bank account that they own. And we've told them that they are not supposed to be taxed. Fortunately, the referee will come somewhere in July.
Okay.
And then once the referee is in, it's like John the Baptist. So the modified approach is John the Baptist waiting for Christ to come. Yes. So we'll bear with this. You go through the baptism of fire now.
Okay.
You'll be relieved once the common platform comes.
What's happening specially tomorrow from your office?
Tomorrow, I understand, it's a media engagement.
Okay.
So we did e-levy engagement at Alisa the last time. And now this is the post that we are going to do.
Okay.
And then we would give better clarification to all the challenges that have come and all those issues. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In wrapping up, there was a question that said that if you're able to identify geographic, that geolocation,
yes.
Why are we not able to identify the scammers who scam people and money cannot be reversed? I know you say it's the duty of the telco, so yeah.
But what I'm saying that the technology exists.
Yeah, you can apply technology. Yeah. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot. It wasn't an exciting one.
Oh, it is.
I wasn't an exciting one before, but now I understand a lot.
20,000 bank to bank.
Okay.
100 for each SIM that you own.
I like Mr. Isaac Kamina Marco. So you'll find him at the GRA office. He's a head project
management unit.
Management unit. Thank you. Particularly, what do they do?
Oh, we do project management.
Everything. Thank you so much. So this has been Beyond the Headlines. My name is Emefa Kosiadeti. Guess what? Let's break some hearts and mend some hearts as well, okay? So let's talk relationships. Still on Prime Morning. Do stay.